All right, another week in the books. This is week 5 of the year. I was on the road. I was up in Ohio. So I went from what I thought was a chilly Texas at about 20 to 40 degrees or so during the day. And I showed up in Ohio during this big Arctic blast, this northeast, and I don't know whatever the heck the weathermen are calling it. But anyways, it was freaking cold. It got down to like negative 20 with the wind chill. I was fortunate enough to still be in a good relationship with a lot of the guys I used to work with in Ohio, and they let me use the gym. No harm, no foul, and I went early enough in the morning that I almost never saw anybody. But as you can see, everything was moving pretty good. So this is day 1 of training. Bench went up to 255, then overhead press up to 165. This moved really nice. I've improved. I know I've been saying it for weeks now, but my overhead press gets me all sorts of excited. Then I do the version 2 of, we'll call it the starting strength overhead press with my hip movement and then a little bit of a layback. But again, knees remain locked the whole time. They moved on to some fat grip chin-ups. Fat grip pull-ups. It's a 30-pound vest. To be honest, it was kind of a pain in the butt to do the pull-ups with them. And then moved on to overhead press, some dumbbell overhead press. One of the big differences between my garage gym and the gym I was training at is that the gym I was training at had an actual bench with an actual back, and it has been so long since I've used an actual bench with a back on it that I didn't really think it would make that big of a difference, but it's a huge difference, absolutely huge difference. Day 2 was squats. Paused. I went up to 400 because last week I stopped at 385. So this is supposed to be a triple at RPE 9. I get the triple here, and I called it an RPE 9. My coach kind of argues with me, saying it's an RPE 9.5 to 10. But I know that RPE is based on how many you think you have left in the tank, and I was confident that although that third rep moved pretty slow, I could have gotten one more, no problem. Maybe a problem, but I could have gotten it. Then the back offsets. This is my last back offset at 350 pounds. It called for a reduction of about 15%. I definitely felt huge with these bumper plates. I usually don't lift with bumper plates. And it makes me laugh how big the end of the barbell looks. So then moved on to some Romanian deadlifts. I'm supposed to use my straps for these, but I did not bring them with me, hoping that someone would have a set of straps I could steal when I was there early in the morning. But sure as hell, nobody had straps, so these are all just double overhand, non-hooked. I just backed off on the weight a little bit and really concentrated to keep my upper back tight. And then on to lunges. 75-pound dumbbells. Watching the video on these, I didn't realize quite how much my upper back, I'm not saying it's collapsing, but I could definitely remain more upright. Again, another advantage to recording yourself while you train. Otherwise, I would not have gotten that perspective. Finished off with 3 60-second planks. All right, now we got day 3. So day 3, I made a friend. He came with me and push pressing here at 195. I ended up going up to 200, but 200 on the very last set was definitely not moving at the prescribed RPE 8. It's definitely a 9. And then we have close grip, paused bench, except for really not much of a pause, but again, just at 235, felt pretty good. I was trying to move quick on this day. I got a little bit of a late start. And then after that, I finished off with dips and some curls. And this is day 4 right here. 405 pounds, and as you can see, I caused my camera to record the awesome ceiling. But that was a triple at RPE 8. And then some back offs at 340 to 350 pounds. I normally use a deadlift bar when I deadlift, but these were all with a power bar, but everything still moved nicely. Overall, good training day. So I moved on to some front squats. Kind of missed my grip there. I have like every time that I go into a lift, I have a set of cues I do, and if I don't hit those cues, I just don't, I'll reset from the top. And it's one of those things, I learned it when I played basketball in like elementary school. Like every time you shoot a free throw, you set up the same way, and I've just applied that to how I do lifting as well. After this, I moved on to some dumbbell stiff-legged deadlifts. These were actually a lot of fun. I normally, I guess, didn't do these, or I don't know. I don't remember doing these before, or that I did them with my trolley arms. But these felt good, moved nice. It's almost like a deficit with how low you go. But that's it. That's week 5 in the books. Finished up some glute ham raises and felt pretty good. I was going to do Strongman Saturday, but ended up running out of time. So please give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next week.